In today's short reviews, we're going to be reviewing Ratatouille Food and Wine, a one Michelin star restaurant located in Haarlem, the Netherlands. Ratatouille received its first Michelin star in 2015, and the kitchen is run by Joshua Jaring, who's the head chef and also the owner of the restaurant. The restaurant itself is beautiful, it's very cozy, yet you still have enough space between the tables. And out of respect of other people, I did not turn around the camera, but there's a semi-open kitchen at the back just behind the bar. I mean my wife and I, went for the 6-course menu du chef, and my wife is celiac, so she can't have gluten, and they did a great job in accommodating for her. I also opted for a wine pairing. They have a great list of wonderful wines here, so I let sommelier make the picks for me. So let's get eating. On top of the menu, they had a little aperitif menu, of which we selected 3 oysters each, an Irish oyster, a Dutch oyster and a French oyster, and this time around the Irish oyster was actually our favorite. Now the meal kicked off for real with a trio of amuse-bouches. Notably was the little cheese taco with Holstein meat and caviar, and very very nice was the Ferrero Rocher lookalike with amaretto and foie gras inside of it. All 3 dishes were beautiful and very tasty. First course was a duo of Holstein tartare. One version was in the potato cylinder, beautiful crispy potato cylinder, lovely flavored, and the second version was the tartare in an oyster with some flavored ice on top, which they prepared on the table, and then they poured liquid nitrogen over it to sort of cook the tartare in front of your ice on the table. Both dishes were very nice. They then brought us some bread. I got a brioche bread with a salty crust, which was actually very good, and my wife even got a gluten-free piece of bread, which was warmed up, and actually very nice gluten-free bread as far as gluten-free bread goes. Next up came 2 perfect prepared coquilles with celeriac and fenugreek, and also a little rice cracker on top. It was beautifully presented. Lots of components in the next dish. It was red mullet with a crispy pastry on top of it. There was orange, there was paprika, there was fennel, and it was all swimming in a beautiful bouillabaisse. Next for me was the langoustine with licorice, fennel, and dumplings filled with secreto. My wife got a separate dish due to her gluten. She got an egg yolk hidden in a chervil and a mushroom mix, and which was sprinkled heavily with black truffle. She said it was absolutely lovely. Our final main course was a roe deer with blackberries and beet. And also with that came a pâté en croûte, which I thought absolutely really enjoyed that. My wife of course couldn't have the pâté en croûte, so they supplemented her with a bit of foie gras next to the roe deer. I can't remember what our pre-dessert amuse was. It was hearty, which was quite surprising because your brain says it's going to be an ice cream-like. So it was a hearty filling with a sugary ice cream cone beneath. It was a very interesting and nice combination. We both opted to skip the sweet dessert and have cheese instead. They had a nice trolley of cheeses, and the server made a great selection for us of that trolley of lovely cheeses. I wanted a glass of port with my cheese, and the sommelier recommended a port made in the Champagne region of Champagne grapes. Was actually quite refreshing and still held up with the cheese, so it was a nice surprise and a good recommendation. Onto the ratings. How I rate, it's 0 to 10, no rookie scores for those in the know. I will rate the meal and the evening based on what we have experienced, so not on reputation or previous experiences. Anything between 9 and 10 is going to be extremely good, so don't expect much of those. And 10 of course is impossible, because that would mean that this was the best meal or the best food I ever had. And you never know what is coming later on in life. Also take the rating in its class. A 3-star Michelin meal can be a 9.5, as a burger can be a 9.5. It's all based on price and quality, and they should not be compared with each other, but a burger should be compared with a burger, and a 3-star Michelin restaurant with a 3-star Michelin restaurant. Ambience of the restaurant, I think, is very well. It's in old converted, I think it was a warehouse on the water here in Haarlem. They've done a beautiful job with the design. It feels luxurious, it feels intimate. I like the tables and the chairs, they were quite comfortable for me. They had a beautiful wine display, or display of their wines that they have. So yeah, it's a very nice restaurant. It was a nice background music, so it's going to get an 8.1 for me. Service was great. Everybody knew what they were talking about. You could ask questions and they would answer. The sommelier had some great recommendations of the wines that we had, and also even the chef and the owner of the restaurant came by and say hello. That's a great example. We were really impressed with the serving team. So that's going to get an 8.5 out of 10. The food was great. It was very innovative. I think there was lots of different flavors, some bold choices. It was very impressive. There is a but. There were a couple of dishes that I found were under-seasoned. I asked my wife if she also noticed that, and she confirmed it. And that was a shame, because I think, I'm not sure if it was a choice or something went wrong, or I don't know the reason for it, but for me personally, that knocks off a point, so I'm going to give the food a 7.9. And they had a great collection of wines. I, however, opted for a wine pairing, so I let the sommelier make his choices for the meal. I think he did a great job, and there were some very interesting wines, and explained very well by him. So yeah, that was I enjoyed the wines there, so I'm going to give that an 8.1. And we had a great night, we had a great meal, some great drinks, and great service. So it was a very nice experience, and we will visit again. It's not that far off where we live. I also want to a big thank you for how they treated my wife's gluten allergy, and they took really good care of her. They're able to accommodate. She really came up short on anything. So all in all, we had a lovely time. The overall score is going to be an 8.2, which I think is massive. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. If you have eaten at Ratatouille in Haarlem, also leave a comment on your thoughts on the meal. Was I too harsh, or was I too easy on them? And also let me know in the comments if you like this new series. I'm going to be much more restaurant reviews, which can be short 4 or 5 minute reviews. Well, thank you for watching, and bye bye.